So, Lily, can you switch on your audio, please?
There we go. Sorry, I was having a few problems in the audio.
It's
Could
okay.
I screen share, please? Could
Sorry?
I screen share, please?
Just wait a second. I thought you are a very peaceful girl, but your TEDx speech is full of energy and like you wanted to challenge everyone.
Well, that's
Before
a
I
way
turn on,
of positivity.
before I turn on to you, I welcome Hema Bhatt from Resto. I will turn to you, Hema ma'am. Sorry, we are impinging on your time, but we'll just take 10 minutes before we turn to you. Is that fine, Hema?
It's totally fine. Thank you, Rajiv.
Okay, okay. So Lily, I'll make you co-host so you can share your screen. Lily Plat is she started her plastic campaign when she was 10. Am I right? Or
I
younger?
think 7, but you are very close.
Oh, she was 7. Now you are 14, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And she is known as Plastic Pickup Girl. So she has just joined it from Netherlands. I'm so happy to see you here.
Thank you very
So
much.
I'm making you co-host. Just you can share your screen now.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I can. I think I can do this. There we go. Share screen. So before I start, I just want to say thank you very much for allowing me to be on the show, and I would just like to share my story. So, hello there, my name is Lilly Plat. I'm the founder of my initiative, Lily's Plastic Pickup, where I encourage people to reduce their plastic usage and say no to single-use plastic. And as you saw before in that talk, it all started in 2015 when I was walking with my grandfather, and you know the rest because you just saw it in a video. And actually, hang on just a second. So basically, after all of the thing happened with the walk with my grandpa, we decided that to photograph all of the pieces of plastic that I found and post on social media so that people knew how much plastic I found every single week. And this is an example of that. So as you can see, I often like to organize it to show, as I said before, how much I find in 1 week. And in 2018, I saw a video from Greta Thunberg talking about the Paris Agreement, CO2 levels, climate crisis, all of that stuff. And she called people to sit outside of their local government buildings. And my first thought was to applaud her and say, "Oh my goodness, I have to support this. I have to do something about this." And so then in that Friday of that same week, I did my first ever strike. And now I'm on strike week 196 now. And this was, I think, my second or third strike, actually. And only a few weeks after I first started with climate striking, I actually ended up getting to meet Greta in a strike in the Netherlands in a very big city. And at first, I was really nervous to talk to her. And I really wanted to think of a question to ask her because she was really inspiring to me. And the question that I asked her was, what is the most dangerous element of climate change? I was thinking maybe it's deforestation, melting ice caps, or rising sea levels, or global temperature rise. And she said, all of them, because you can't let them reach their peak of power. And the peak of power is when all of the elements of climate change are too powerful to stop. So basically when the ice caps, they reach a point where they are just constantly melting, the sea levels, they can't stop rising, and every forest around the world reaches a point where they can never grow back. And once we reach that point, we can never go back. So there's no building a time machine as an excuse. No, and not do that in like a film like Back to the Future or something. No, we have to do something now. And you may be wondering, why is it exactly so important to do something for the climate? Well, during the time when this happened, which was in 2018, the IPCC report says that we only have 12 years to turn ourselves around to keep to 1.5 degrees of global warming temperature. That was in 2018. We are 4 years along, and it's 8 years now. And as an activist, I realized that I need to use my voice in a positive way to spread the word about the environment and about climate change to other youth. Because children can make a change, and it's not only just adults that can save the planet. So it's always good to stand up for what you believe in. And another really important person I met during a strike was Chad from Project Jordan. And he and his team, they actually wrote a book called 101 Solutions to Climate Change. And other than talking about food and talking about his book, we decided that we could make a protest sign together. And what it said was, times change, why can't we? Let's find the courage to see the solutions right in front of us. And I want us to think about that slogan for a small man, because if you want change, you have to be the change and be brave enough to change. And this is what our sign looked like. I actually did the bubble writing myself. Very proud of it, in fact. And you may be hearing a lot of positive things about me meeting people during strikes. However, whenever there's positives, there's always going to be negatives, such as the shouting man and the angry woman. Those are some of the most in a way, memorable ones, because I remember once that there was this woman on a motorcycle, and she read one of my signs out loud, which said school striking for the climate. And then she parked her motorcycle and then just started screaming, saying, "Oh, this is illegal. You have to be in school. You have to do this. You have to do that. You're going to get a fine. You're not allowed to do this," and all of that jazz. Until one of the adults that was with me managed to calm her down, and then we ended up finding out that the reason why she was saying all of this was because when she was younger, she wanted to protest for animals, but because no one ended up supporting her, just her heart became bitter, and that she never wanted to change again. And that is why it is so important for adults to support children and their dreams. And also seeing this also made me think of an idea called the Green Heart. And I realized, and the Green Heart is basically every human's bond with nature. So, and I believe that every child has it. However, as we grow up and get different, grown-up responsibilities and stuff, we slowly forget this bond. However, I still believe that everyone has it. They just need to find it again. And another person that has also inspired me a great deal was Dr. Jane Goodall herself. And I even had an absolute honor to end up meeting her in real life. And what she said to me was, no matter how small an impact may be, it will still have a huge change. And as an activist, true, I do a lot with the environment. However, I also stand up for women and girls and also for Indigenous rights. And this was also one of the best parts about striking, because some Indigenous leaders from Brazil, they were on tour of Europe to speak to governments and draw attention to the issues with Bolsonaro. They came to my strike and thanked me for standing up for the climate, and I was so honored. Small actions and big encouraging words. Because as I said before, a lot of inspiring words, and again, as I said before, we need to think about those for a while. So please remember that no matter how small an action may be, it will still have a huge impact. Thank you very much for listening to my story, and I hope you have a plastic-free day. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Have you been to India?
No, not yet. It is a wonderful country. Like the architecture, history, and culture, it looks extremely beautiful, and I really want to visit it one day.
We also have a lot of plastic. We'll give you free of cost truckloads of it. We have so much of plastic all around. It's like mountain hill. So I know your work is very interesting. And it's interesting because you started it.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Story of the angry man is very interesting.
True, unfortunately.
But in Netherlands also people get angry very fast.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a bit of a negative part.
I have been to Netherlands 3 or 4 times, and a couple of times I was shocked. I was shocked the way I was shouted at. But later on, I was told that the Dutch are very, very matter of fact. They just tell you what they feel right away. They don't care.
Yeah, we're very vocal. Let's just say that. Okay, yeah. But thank you very much for allowing me to be on the show today. I just want everyone to know, have a nice day, and remember that your voice is the most powerful one on this earth. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Lily. We will move on to Hema ma'am. But in future, I'm going to connect with the school students. You will interact with them, you will talk to them, and you will motivate them.
Thank you. And thank you very much.
Thank you, mom. Also, she has been very helpful. I have been bugging her for a long time. So thank you again.